So first and foremost, I would like to give my prayers out for Zach Banner. I hope everything is alright. You know, it didn't look too good at the end of the game. Y'all heard the announcers. This man worked so hard. He worked so hard to get on first team and to be starting at right tackle. Things like that happen, you know, and it's so unfortunate, and hopefully God will be with him and he'll keep pushing forward. And he actually played a really good game, you know. Prayers go out to him and his family, and hopefully he bounces back from this and recovers healthy and stronger than before. What a game, y'all. That's how you start off a season opener right there. That's how you started off. I don't think we've seen Ben look this happy in a long time. This was a good feeling tonight. I hope all Steelers fans feel good. I mean, it is New York, it is the Giants, so, you know, I kind of have the Giants possibly winning that division if they, you know, I like Daniel Jones. I think he's a decent quarterback. He kind of showed us tonight a little bit of what he can do. He was good at getting rid of the ball and throwing to the right receivers, you know. That was a great first game for us. Obviously, in the first half, before the 2-minute drill, we were a little shaky or nervous on offense. Our defense came out straight blazing. I mean, I don't think any defense has ever played that well against Saquon Barkley, since he's been in the league anyway. You know, a huge shout out to everybody, you know, everyone played well. As y'all know, huge Steelers fan, and last year I kind of did last year I did a prediction for the whole season. This year I did not do it. I am gonna do it though. It's just, we didn't have a preseason obviously, and I wanted to see how we were going to start off week 1. I just kind of wanted to see. I didn't know where Big Ben really was, you know. Practice and everything else is so much different than live action and playing against a whole another team. It's just a whole another ball game. So I wanted to wait either if we won or lost, you know what I mean. I kind of already had us in the books as a W against the Giants, you know, but I'm still going to do a whole, you know, prediction that should be uploaded soon. So first thing I want to start off with is my boy Deontay Johnson. I've been hyping him up all last year. He did a great job. And we, what was it? After, it was the first drive, wasn't it? New York punts it. Deontay muffs it. He muffs it to get it at the, 3-yard line. We had a great stop, held him to a field goal. But, you know, I kind of was, you know, kind of along with the announcers that sack on Daniel Jones. I don't. You all comment down below what you think. Was it, you know, was the ball going just forward enough? where, you know, he released it. I thought it looked like a fumble, and that kind of should have been New York's touchdown. But obviously they didn't want to challenge it or look at it any further. So that's on them. They only got the 3 points. The second thing, Chase Claypool, I think we're all excited to see how he was going to be this year, and that was a heck of a sideline grab, toe touch, boom, and he got hit. We all know, I did a reaction video to him, speedy guy, tall, lengthy, a lot of potential. I actually like him a lot more than I thought I would. I see why we drafted him. It's hard, if you don't watch him. What was he out of Notre Dame? Like I don't watch Notre Dame, so I just didn't watch him during football games and stuff. So, I'm impressed. I think we have a very underrated receiving core. People are really gonna have to adapt to us a lot. It's gonna be hard to stop Juju, Deontay Johnson, James Washington, Chase Claypool, and then you still got Vance McDonald, Eric Ebron. Like, honestly, my biggest worry is our running game. And I thought this before the season, even so after last year. You know what I mean? That's my biggest worry. Like, I know a lot of us are huge James Conner fans. Like, I love the dude. Great story. Even when AB was still there and everything, his rookie year, he did surprise me on how he did, but I just didn't see him as our #1 running back. And I'm not gonna lie, I still don't. I was surprised they didn't rotate Jalen Samuels in a little more, but even after last year, Benny Snell, this dude runs with authority, and I like that mix with our offensive pass game. So if we can kind of incorporate him, I think James Conner would be a great third down back. I know some of y'all might not like hearing that, but it's just the truth, and I just see it how it is. You know what I mean? James Conner has worked so hard. You heard, like Coach Thomas said, like this dude's dedication is through the roof. But I mean, sometimes you can have the best hard work and dedication, but the talent's just not there, or whatever, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's continue with the first half. We'll kind of move on a little bit. Like I said, we started off slow. Ben definitely had to have had nerves. It's been like a whole year since, he played an actual NFL game. If y'all are true Steelers fans, y'all should watch the Big Ben's documentary or whatever. There's like 3 or 4 episodes. Great little show to show what he's kind of been through with this whole elbow recovery and stuff. I just think we're gonna have a really good year. I just don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood. Something feels different about this year, and that kind of came off of last year with our defense and how like James Washington stepped up, Deontay Johnson stepped up, like all those players had to step up, and now you bring Ben into it. And if we can just focus on playing football and not worry about any individual player, dude, we can go a long way. We weren't looking too good on offense, and then New York got the ball back. TJ Watt, this dude is gonna win Defensive Player of the Year. He has to. I don't know if it's this year. It's gonna happen sometime. You know what I mean? This dude drops back in coverage, sees it. This is like a Troy Polamalu play. He sees it. He's like, oh no, it drops back a little bit. I don't know if that was designed or what. I think he just read it. He read it like a book. Dropped back, and boom, it landed right in his hands. And I don't think you guys realize how hard that is to be 5 feet away, and for a quarterback to whip it that close. That was a very impressive play. Props to you, TJ Watt, you're the man. That was a huge turnover. Yeah, so great job on TJ Watt, and then most important thing is we capitalized, then we scored. Good pass to Juju. Obviously that's something last year where our defense was keeping us in games and we just couldn't score. It was unfortunate, you know what I mean? And our record could have easily been like at least 9-7. Obviously, it could have been 10-6. You know, it's crazy how good we did last year. You know, Bud Dupree, this is gonna be scary if he's gonna be rushing the edge like that all year. He was on fire tonight. He was everywhere all game long. I mean, he forced that interception to Cameron Hayward. That was absolutely beautiful. Right there in the end zone, his touchback at about the 20. This is when Ben comes alive. This is when I personally love Ben the most as a quarterback, is in those 2-minute drills when he calls his plays and he just makes things happen. And it's crazy because we do so many simple short passes, but it works so well. And obviously it's the personnel too. You know, you can't just have slow receivers or whatever. But Juju did a little China out and then got 20 yards. And then he had I think it was a nice bomb to James Washington. Everyone was getting the ball a little bit. Except Deontay Johnson started off slow, but then, you know, he made up for it. And then, yeah, they get to the end. James Washington had that skinny post or slant. And that was a well-earned, hard work touchdown, whatever you want to call it. Dude, he jumped in midair, boom, hit him. I don't know how he didn't get his knee down on the ground, stayed up, ran right into the end zone. Absolutely beautiful. Another huge shout out, by the way, is just our defense tackling. I don't think I've ever seen a team tackle so well in a game in such a long time. We did not miss that many tackles. Saquon hurdled us twice, but then Devin Bush just lit him up as soon as he would land. You know what I mean? We tackled absolutely amazing. All the little drag routes and slants, our corners just broke down the receivers very well. Tackled. It was beautiful to watch. I'm not even gonna lie. I was very impressed. Very. So then second half comes. James Conner wasn't having that good of a game, unfortunately, but you know, he hurts his hamstring, whatever. Benny Snell's like, all right, I'm going to take the opportunity and run down these guys' throats, and that's what he did. And that's what we need, you know. It just seems like he sees the holes a lot better. He reads his blocking better. James Conner, he's sometimes a little too slow at hitting the hole. It's just not, I don't know, something's just not there, you know. Benny Snell is just more north-south runners, boom, get there. But he had the best run of the day almost, and then he fumbled, and thank God, Juju's awareness, boom, sees it, jumps on that. He must have been getting beat, and he must have been getting beat up in that pile. He was at the bottom. There was 8 blue jerseys in there, you know. So mad props to Juju. Great game, 2 touchdowns. But just overall, you know, I was just kind of giving a summary of the game a little bit. I don't think we could have played any better as an opening game, you know. The only thing is we started a little slow on offense, but that's expected on the first game of the year. And like I said, I think the Giants potentially can have a good year. I can see them being well above 8-8, you know. That division's wide open. You know, they all had the Eagles winning that division, and they just lost, you know what I mean? You know, overall as a Steelers team, we looked healthy, we looked happy, you know, we looked like we were having fun. And, you know, I'm glad with the Black Lives Matter, we all came together. And, you know, if you guys didn't see it, the sign was absolutely amazing. Hopefully I'll have it clipped on here, but, you know, what's crazy, what carried over from last year is you could tell Daniel Jones didn't really want to throw to Minkah Fitzpatrick's area at all. The only one was that first touchdown to, Slayton. But it just kind of got over the top. You know, we kind of played a cover zero. It was an all-out blitz. I totally forgot about Hargrave leaving, and I want to give a huge shout-out to Tululu, or whatever his name is, that played defensive tackle next to Cam Hayward. He really did play a huge part of this run stop tonight. Huge part. Like every play, he's pushing back the guard or center. You know, you couldn't ask for a better game. You know, from him. Hargrave, I was a really big fan of him actually. He's a great defensive tackle, strong. I wanted to try to make this short. I mean, I'm super proud of the team today. I hope y'all, you know, enjoyed the game as well. I actually left work early just to come watch it. You know, when you're a diehard Steelers fan, you gotta figure out any way to come watch your team play. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys. So, you know, I'm excited for week 2. Like I said, I'm gonna have the rest of the season's predictions. You know, since we didn't have preseason, it was kind of hard to see or what rookies were gonna be rotating in. But it's basically the same players as last year, except we added a few, and that's it. You know, rotations aren't too much different, except we have Big Ben back. So, you know, let's keep this going. You know what I mean? That's something feels good about Pittsburgh. They don't have us really winning the division or anything. I like when we're low key. This is when Ben plays good, the team plays good. So make sure you guys comment, like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. It's your boy Curry Mac. Let's go Pittsburgh, baby. Let's get it.